Hey guys, so this one's on a level 81 plus 8. I am using the Murakimo because it cures cancer, and mostly we're going to talk about phantom maintenance. Like cleaning them up and ways of doing that. So we have a fingered host here. We have two Sun Bros, one with the Corvian and one with the meme sword. Both are deadly setup combined. I'll go for a cheeky pivot. Nearly kill him in one shot. There's 952 damage, not too bad. I get the Estus and then I clip him with the roll catch. And like clockwork, that's two Phantoms dead. Drop him a little joy because it was fun. He enjoys it too. I make my way to the bonfire to look for the cheeky host, which he could be there scheming his summoning plans. At the moment, the red's dealing with a blue, so I'm going to go take a look at the host. So off the bat, we see the host with a Black Knight shield and a sword. Straight sword to be exact. Switches out to the Astora's Ultra Great Sword. So got to be mindful of that L2. Especially in ganks. Switch out to the dagger here to get some spam on him. I didn't expect for him to back up there, so that was pretty smart on his behalf. He has the Faris hat there, so you know he's dapper as fuck. Try to get some cheeky run at R1s, but his rolls are actually pretty damn good. Here comes the second blue here. That was a nice exchange. I did a run at R1, he did a jump attack, no one took any damage. Broke his poise there. Took a solo to the face. Hello blue. Nice to see a buffed magic falchion there. I can respect that. Sorcerers in ganks are pretty bad, so I want to kind of get rid of him. He's my main focus. He's actually pretty decent at PvP too. He spams when I come in and does range when I'm far away. I get a nice pivot on him. So right now I notice the host is spamming that L2, so I want to make it look like I'm distracted so I can get that parry. And there's some decent latency. Still get the parry, so that's pretty good. Look who it is. It's a Farron meme sword. Welcome back, my friend. So I try and create some distance here after realizing I fucked up that backstab and I need to get some health back. They're going to push me because there's three of them and one of me. And our red spirit just died, so that's great. He's coming in. I took that hit there. For some reason that happens. I'm trying to avoid the blender here. I noticed the Farron guy likes to press attacks when I get close, so I'm going to try and go for another parry. Yep, and I get it, and I get the riposte because I was spamming R1. On wake up here, I could either go for a parry or roll out. I choose to roll out, and then I make the mistake of coming back and going for that parry. Now, all my stamina's gone. That means I take a total of 4 hits. That's not good at all. Nearly killed me, nearly ended the clip. They're both pressing me pretty hard here. I want to try and get a turn and burn on him, which I succeed. That's going to force a host to roll off and heal there. So I'm going to try and do some damage to this mage. I know he's got full blue because he just took a sippy of the Ashen Estus. So I just want to put pressure on him. He's doing a pretty good job at rolling too. And he's like attack mix up. He goes for a parry here, but the host messed him up. The host goes for that L2 and combos in with his falchion. That's pretty damn good. I'll go for 2 chugs here to survive and then go for a trade because they're aggressive. Other blue comes in here. Welcome back, red. Nice to see you back here to finish up the clip. So we cleared out the phantoms, got the friendly red back, and now it's just the host. A good thing to always do is stay humble. And what I mean is don't overextend yourself. If you want to take the win, I'd still suggest playing cautiously. They can still do a shit ton of damage even if it's just one of them. One mistake can cost you half your health, so still be careful even when the phantoms are dealt with. Always pay attention to your surroundings, so say you do have a friend that's dealing with a phantom, make sure he's doing alright, because as soon as he dies and you're not paying attention, you're donezo, especially considering that guy has Chaos Bed Vestiges. Get a trade here, which is pretty good. Me and the red take the W. See you later, meme sword. So just remember that it doesn't matter if you really die, just as long as you can take stuff out of the invasion. And sometimes you just get pummeled into the ground, so it doesn't really matter. In this invasion, though, I'm going to try and help you discover things about levels. Not so much I'm going to show you the points of the level, but to just keep your eye out for certain things in levels that you can take advantage of. So we have 3 opponents. We have a caster, an ultra, and a greatsword. All have really good mix-ups and combos, especially in a Gank squad. Right now I'm trying to do my best in dealing with them, but it is extremely hot. And I do have a trick up my sleeve on this level. It's a nice little hidden spot that I occasionally do when things get too hot. And with those Chaos Bed Vestiges, it's extremely hot. So I pop under the level here for a nice bit of sneaky beaky stealth action. They have no clue where I went. They thought I dropped off the edge there with Cat Ring, because they weren't really paying attention too much, and they didn't really see me. So over here you can kind of chill out, especially if they don't know where you are. The white phantom's up there, he could probably see me, but I don't believe he does. You can hear him walking around there. Here he comes. He's going to join his friends down there at the bottom. They have no clue where I am. This is an amazing spot just to catch a breather, get some heals, and even if you wanted to, you could throw some bombs up underneath to deal damage to them. Here comes the host. So poison throwing knives in general actually do a lot of stamina damage, and once they fall off, they're in a vulnerability state where they take counter damage. This guy's at a quarter health, he's donezo. And that's how you deal with phantoms without even really interacting with them at all. So this clip is more focused on the mindset of fishing and kind of how to incorporate it with single hosts. This is good practice for those that want to learn. So right now I'm just gauging to see what this guy's plans are, how he reacts when I come close to him, how he ranges, and his spacing. Pivots are pretty damn good and always worth going for. To pull off a pivot, you need for them to do an animation or be locked onto you and coming in your direction. You want to trade velocity, so you either want to be going faster than them or slower than them. And to get the pivot off right, you want to, as they go in for the animation, you want to hold your shield up, best way of learning it, and go right in behind them, pull back on the dual stick, and as you pull back with your shield up, you turn around and press R1. If done correctly, you'll trade their R1 for your backstab. He kind of kicked the shit in this one, wouldn't you say? Again, another solo host. So this is going to be more about my flow and kind of what I try to do in invasions, just to like have more fun and enjoy the fishing in general. In general. So now I'm just kind of spacing, kind of staying on my toes, making myself a bit more unpredictable. These little circles just might look like I'm doing a dance, and fighting is kind of a dance if you think about it. But they serve a purpose. So the circles themselves help with spacing and keep my moves unpredictable, like I just said. But in a way that it keeps me open and my mobility's increased than rather being locked on and stationary. So I can dart around any chance I get. And it helps with, especially with opponents that are kind of just waiting for me to come in on them. So I can go for trades and go for roll catches anytime I want because I'm always running. And I can always cancel the run and do an R1. But I could always do a running R1 when I want. So right now I'm going to try and show you, like when I go for chains, like say I go for a parry into backstab or backstab into backstab. There's a lot of things that come into play when that happens, and it's all about setting your opponent up for the right animation. I mean, for the right mindset. So right now he's going for a lot of R1s. He's pretty confident. So I've pretty much got him needed, and now I can just perform the pivot when I want. He pretty much comes in and presses R1 because he expects me to do either running R1 or trade with him. So I've got him in the mindset that I want. Now I can just experiment with him and do what I want. Again, I'm emphasizing what I want because I do like to, I guess, play with my food, I guess you can word it. But this really helps me have fun and like practice my stuff. That's the main thing about Dark Souls. It's not really so much about the win, it's about achieving what you want to achieve in the invasion. So, I like going for chains. Chains are really fun and they're very entertaining to watch. I'm going for trades here. Again, I'm kneading the dough, setting him up for future endeavors. Pretty much. So we're just having a spam off here. I'll go for a nice R2 trade. He backs off. He's smart enough to go for the heal. I also like it when they heal. It gives me a chance to do what I want. So I get the pivot here. Now watch this. As I kick him, he goes to do an R1. So I know I can preemptive roll in and get the roll BS. GG T44332.